Alright, today Mopar Maniac is going to fill you in on a little Gen 3 Hemi swap thing that nobody's telling you about whenever you swap the new engines into the old Mopars. Alright, now that the hood's removed at the snap of a finger, I had an issue with this. I just changed the oil in here a while back. Nothing, it's been running fine. I had the oil changed, and then after I changed it, I noticed there was smoke coming from the firewall in this harness. And I've seen it before, and I never noticed, and never bothered with it. And I saw it in the dash one time. Thought it was because I didn't put enough washers behind the ammeter. Maybe it was burning up the cluster. So I thought, okay, shut it down, unhooked the battery, checked it all out, tested the battery. It wasn't charging crazy. But I went and had my alternator tested at AutoZone for an 04 Dodge Ram. The alternator did test bad, as I suspected, and then it was putting out more than its standard output voltage. So, okay, got an alternator. $230 for a 2004 alternator, by the way. That's a little insane, but put the alternator on, check the voltage regulator, because we converted it to a one wire with a 1970 voltage regulator. Get these two field wires here and one. Anyway, there's a wiring schematic, and I can upload that if you would like. But this is just the voltage regulator from a 70 model. I use the Mopar Performance because the ones you buy at AutoZone are not going to last. They're all different. If you test the resistance, every one of them is different. The Mopar Performance, it holds your voltage constant. It doesn't change. It's not a variable. It's just a locked in 13.5 volts or whatever. So you never have to worry about it varying. So I checked it. The voltage regulator was good. New alternator was good. And I did a lot of research. I went and left it alone for a while and then did something else. Looked into it and found my issue. Here is what happened. This is what was smoking on my firewall in my harness. It is a plug that plugs the fusible link from the factory into the battery hot wire coming off the starter solenoid on the fender. And it was in here like this, and that's why I saw smoking. Never thought anything of it. So I put the new fusible link in, and I just butt connected it instead of having that, janky little plastic plug-in that's going to melt. So if it overloads or whatever. Still wasn't really the issue. That was an issue. That was an issue. But the main issue is not what you'd think. And if you look it up, there's articles everywhere on it. This is your culprit. The factory ammeter gauge, if you read articles, was insufficient in the 60s and 70s. If you even put a 60 amp alternator on these, they're going to backfeed and go crazy. And I put a 136 amp alternator on it, which is why it fried. So it overloaded it, backfed into the fusible link connection, melted it down. Surprised it actually didn't separate the fusible link. But the fix to this is take these two wires, the positive and negative, on the back of this, but connect them together. It won't start if you don't. And then put in an aftermarket voltmeter. That's all you need. And you've got plenty of voltage on your ignition on, and it's grounded out. These ammeters will not handle very much at all when it comes to large loads of amperage. Like I say, even if you have a little 340 or something, a hot one, 360, and you want to put a bigger alternator on it because you're running accessories, this ammeter is going to short out, fry, what have you. Got another example I want to show you. Here is an ammeter that was in my 68 dash. That is a 69 dash. What you don't realize is they're either up under the dash and you can't see where you're going. So you get, you're putting things together like this. This is what you have to watch for on these as well. They're not made well. It's just a voltage thing. It's test and resist heat. sensed. It's not really voltage, it's more of a heat thing. And people over tighten these, twist this bracket off, and then you're really screwed. So car won't even start if this is broken, if the connection's broken. So watch for that. Just wanted to let you guys know. So that's stuff you don't hear about when you Gen 3 Hemi swap your old Mopars. Bypass the ammeter completely if you haven't already. Most people usually do, but I didn't realize this until recently when I ran into the issue. So hopefully that helped you. It's a little short video today, quick little tip. Just go ahead and do it. Be done with it. You don't have to worry about it. You don't want to be along the road somewhere without a fire extinguisher and your wiring harness is sizzling down over here next to your carburetor that's full of gas, by the way. So hope you guys are having a good one. Like, subscribe. We're going to get some more out there soon. Thanks.